The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Leliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
You must think very well of them to suggest such a thing.
Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Leliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Halam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Hey, Wolfpackers Crimson Wolf, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. So, we are back from the Winter Palace. We just finished Wicked Hearts and Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. And as you just saw, a Chantry mother came looking for Leliana Cassandra because she wants to make one of them the next divine, potentially. In which you do have a bit of a say in that. You actually get to choose who becomes divine between Leliana, I don't know why I can't say her name, Leliana, Cassandra, and Vivian. Which you have to make certain things and choose, and you get to promote who you want to be elected. If you guys don't know, I am not going with Cassandra as divine because me and her are, you know, kind of attached at the moment. And making her divine would be kind of weird. Granted, also my
anything from the tradesman?
My warden is not romancing Leliana, so that's fine. Plus, I think Leliana's the best choice if you don't have her hardened. And I'm not talking about from like Origins hardened. Like if you go to Origins, you can harden her by having her kill Marjolaine and some other stuff. But in this version, she's already hardened. She's still hardened, and you have to de-harden her or unharden her, however you want to pronounce it. Oh wait, you come? What? Why are you coming this way? That's so weird. You usually go outside. All right, Sir Morris, what you got to say, man?
Oh my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam-Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
There are problems coming out of Halam-Shiral?
There are always problems from Halam-Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Don't know why you're scared of a war table. Okay. Oh, wait, there's a... Okay, there's products in here. You only have one person in here? Oh no, you have 2. 3. Okay, so we only have 3 people injured in that area, that's fine. Hopefully no more people died. Granted, I think it's better than having a thing staged in the middle of the thing, but I don't like the fact that there's random water right here. And bugs.
Say what now?
That annoys me a little bit. I'm gonna go check out the prison? What is this? I don't know why I can't think of a name.
With allies come enemies. Now we have a place to hold them.
Cells, holding area. What? I don't know why I can't think of a word for this right now.
Your worship, the cells are ready for the enemies of the Inquisition. Good facilities in Skyhold. Whoever built this knew how to keep prisoners safe but secure.
Okay. So, let's go in here. There's nothing in here, I just want to come in here. Oh, you got this. But yeah, this reminds me of a certain thing in Game of Thrones. So, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but around season 2 or 3, someone gets captured and brought to a place called the Vale, which is this insane castle in location very high up in mountains, right? And basically, they put their prisoners in these cells, a lot like this. And it's like 3 walls. So let's say it's the wall right I'm looking at right here that the prisoner comes through. There's the wall on one side, wall on the other side, and in the middle is just like this. It's just gaping nothingness, like it's just a straight drop to the ground. And it's like hundreds of feet up. And this is why they don't have a 4th wall, because a prisoner trying to escape would just straight out die. And that's it. That's how they hold them, which I think is really interesting. If you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I'd highly suggest it. And if you haven't watched them, like what the heck you waiting for? I mean, come on. Granted, Dragon Age is loosely based off of not based off, but influenced by George R.R. Martin's Book of Ice and Fire. Origins more so than anything else. But yeah, there's also a video I want to make about recent news for Dragon Age, and I'm gonna talk about it in a little while. So let me talk to Blackwall first. It's been a while since I talked to him.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You couldn't have been the only one there, and no one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Yeah, that was a scene. Okay. Hey, dude, you got anything else?
The winding
Inquisitor,
What's the current mood?
ennui.
What's the word out there?
There's a vigil for the dead later. I'll be closed.
As you were.
Inquisitor,
Okay. Anything new on here? Oh, archery. No, wait, no. Oh, no, it did add something. Disappointed by your performance at the Hampshire Ball? Try dancing classes offered by Scout Harding. Watch this space for the sign-up sheet. A handwritten note added below. I'm sorry, I know this has been up here before, but I keep being sent to the furthest corners of Thetis and haven't found the time. Harding. Okay. Hey, Meriden.
There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Okay, so we got a mission from her. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Let's talk to Bull. Let's see what he thought about Halam-Sharal.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam-Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Okay, I kind of do hate politics. It makes it really hard to get things done. Like, you know something has to be done, but politics makes it to where you have to go through red tape and all this other BS to get it done. Sarah, what's going on? I've read this book a few times. I don't know why it keeps coming up.
One for the Empress, for Gaspar, Brianna, the Duchess, and Corinthus, right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure, but how many lives are worth one Empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an Empress. We patched their spat, Briala and the Celene, but without their breakup, none of it would have happened like that.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
Do love Sarah. But let me talk to her one more time. I want to see if I can get another cutscene with her.
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Sarah, explain.
Ah, just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins, ugh. I friggin' still hate cookies.
You know, this is about as far from what I expected as we could get.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The one she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died, and I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
I don't understand. This Lady Emerald was just trying to be good to you.
She hurt people.
It was just cookies.
It was not just cookies. Lie to herself, fair play, only hurts her. But she made me think there was something wrong with me. And the baker? I made his life shit. Why not? It seemed like he deserved it. I mean, if you don't give a child a cookie because of appearances, you're a monster. Stupid pride-horn noble. I know, I said it was stupid. That's why I want to get rid of it. I want to make better cookies.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Sarah. Anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
I love Sarah so much. If y'all don't know, okay, one, I love cookies. Like, literally, that is my weakness. No matter what happens, I don't care if I'm going on a diet, I'm trying to get healthy. I am not giving up. I'm not giving up cookies. Like, it's not happening. Like, okay, my favorite cookie is M&M cookies. Like, no, what are you doing? Like, you're glitching to the wall, dude. What's going on with you? Did cold get into your head? But okay, my point is, Sarah plus that scene is always amazing. I love that scene. Plus it's cookies, so I'm like, yay. But Sarah's like, oh, I love these characters. Okay, cool. What's up, man?
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
If you like.
Okay, so a few things. If you bring Cole to the Winter Palace, they do not announce him. Basically, they don't see him. At least I don't think they see him. I'm not sure if what happens if you made him human before that. Huh. I didn't think about that. Whoops. Sorry, hiccup. Random hiccup. I need to talk to everybody else. Let me see what Cullen has to say. This is not Cullen's from yet. Next one over. I'm not gonna walk into something weird, am I? Okay, no.
Best I don't train with the troops.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all.
I didn't care for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. The Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
The Inquisition won't last forever. What will you do when this is over?
To be honest, I hadn't given it much thought until recently. I'm not used to having so many possibilities.
Do you think Templars should cease to exist?
No. I may have chosen to leave that life, but I respect those who remain. Magic ungoverned could tear the world apart. It's doing so now. Templars are trained and able to confront such dangers.
What would you suggest?
Some call the Circle a prison that can only breed resentment. Perhaps opportunities to work outside the Circle. A mixed military service or healers' clinics with Templar support. And there must be a safer way for Templars to leave. Templars can lose their memories to lyrium. Some call it a gift, to forget the failed harrowings, the demons. Some atrocities haunt me still. But to lose what good I can recall, I nearly lost my mind once. It is no gift.
Do you think that could work? Would people accept it?
Mages would be watched, but could pursue interests outside the Circle. Neither freedom nor prison. I don't know.
You still regret the man you became after leaving Ferelden?
After the Ferelden Circle, I thought all mages were like the ones there. Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh, but they kept people safe.
You've said Meredith was unstable.
She was my Knight Commander. I had no reason to distrust her. She wasn't wrong about the blood mages in Kirkwall. Meredith encouraged my anger towards the mages. There was only so far I would go, and she knew that too. I was her second in command. She kept decisions from me, those I would question. I believed she was serving the city. I never thought to question her, not until it was too late.
You can't control everything. You stood up to her in the end.
If I hadn't, would I be like her now? I wanted mages locked away as much as she did. I trusted they were treated reasonably well, but I should have done more. I should have looked into it. It's not yet enough. The Inquisition is my chance to atone. I will see it through.
You've mentioned siblings. With everything that's happening, do you know if they're all right?
I've received word from my eldest sister. She was always good at tracking me down. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so.
Your sister tracked you down? She didn't know where you were?
I let her know I was in Haven. She assumed I survived. It's not the first time. I may have neglected to tell her when I was transferred to Kirkwall.
Why?
I wasn't in a good state. I wanted only to leave. I received an angry letter about my disappearance 2 years later. For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
It took her 2 years to track you down. Dude. Great, I don't know what happens to his mother and father. I don't remember anything about that. I can't remember any lore on it. Oh, Sodas, I have to talk to you at some point, which is gonna be a pain in my butt. First, actually, I should save. Ah, crap. Nope, let's talk to Dorian. Oh, I need to turn that stuff into. So wait, first. I have a lot of stuff. Wait, what? No creature reach. Cause one I had a few of those in my inventory. Okay, all right. Yo, Dorian, what's up, man?
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. Saving the day, reconciling lovers, mediating a civil war. So sugary, it's nauseating. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
As you wish.
Don't know what that means. Never do. Beyond, do you have anything to say? I haven't talked to you at all. What's up after Redcliffe?
I'm told you gave the Grey Wardens another chance, Inquisitor. Would I have done the same, I wonder? Forgiveness can be difficult. I hope the Order values what you've done and gives you no reason to regret it.
You were once a Grey Warden?
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were.
But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
Okay. What's over here again? I don't remember. Oh, this is Vivian. Right. Wait, I completed one of these. Oh. I don't remember doing that. Did I complete the one over there? No, I did not. It's a pain in the butt. I'm going to have to find out where those are later. Alright, so I'll talk to Leliana real quick. Examine. Leliana, where are you? Oh. That was okay. Hey, Leliana.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
If the Chantry is a sinking ship, I say let her sink.
You may not think much of the Chantry, Inquisitor, but we need it. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
It was the Chantry that taught people hate and fear.
If the Chantry led them to this place, it can lead them out of it. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
So if you want to know why I went with that decision making, it's to kind of promote Leliana as the divine. I'm looking at it right now. It says, after wicked eyes and wicked hearts, it's going to say the Chantry preached hate. It says, what was the Chantry that taught? It was the Chantry that taught people hate and fear. And then follow up with to the Inquisitor saying, let the Chantry sink. So I said, let the Chantry sink, and yada yada yada. So that's all there is. I could have gone with different options, but I just want to make sure I'm promoting Leliana.
A message from Divine Justinia.
That's a shock. You're all right reading it?
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
You take your instructions from me. What sort of help can a dead divine give you?
I don't know. Perhaps something to do with the Chantry. Or it could be personal. She guided me for many years, Inquisitor, as a divine and as a friend. There are days when I still look to her for advice, only to remember that I am alone.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
That, I don't like what I said about the dead woman. That was mean. I didn't mean to see that. I really didn't. I wish I could take that back now. But overall, she didn't take it as a bad way. But the way I said it was horrible. I'm like, oh my god, why did I say that? That was some evil stuff, man. Okay, now I gotta talk to Sodas. Wait, did you paint another wall? I don't think you did. You might have painted that one. Maybe. Did you paint Orlais? What are you... Okay, you're looking at the wall, man. It's kind of weird.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You missed court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celene should now be a steadfast ally. And Briala as well, thanks to your efforts on her behalf.
I hope Briala is able to use her position to help your people.
How would helping Briala help? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
She's done good work. Hopefully with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot to talk to Varric. How did I forget to do that? Oh, I didn't come this way, that's why.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Okay, yeah, nothing to say. Apparently I do have to, Okay, you're dressed extravagant. Better than some dresses I've seen on NPCs. What was I thinking? I don't remember. Josephine, how you doing?
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Insular cliques, snide half-truths, everyone sizing up everyone else. It reminded me of home.
I completely understand the feeling, Inquisitor. Let's hope the next ball either of our families holds is quieter than this one. Shall we?
Okay. So I'm about 2 minutes up. I can talk to Cassandra or I can talk to somebody very special, but I might save that later. I'm gonna talk to Cassandra, my love, my daughter, and all that. Good. Let's see, I've talked to Cole. I talked to Dorian. I'm trying to think I talked to everybody. I'm pretty sure I have. Let's talk to Cassandra, because she's going to talk about the divine stuff as well.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because you're a man, first and foremost. If they name you a candidate, they may as well join the Tevinter Imperium. Truly, though, I imagine it's because they're frightened of you. A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy, but she and I remember a different person. Justinian knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think, and that would be chaos for us all.
Your determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men.
Truer words have not been spoken.
Who's using flattery now? So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
And with that, I'm going to end the episode, guys. I'm going to turn this way. Anyway, I already had my question, but it's going to be two different questions. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and comment on the video. If you want to join the Wolfpack, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell to know when I upload. And the question of the day is, what's your favorite type of cookie? Mine's M&M. See, I know my next question for my next video, so don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And again, I want to apologize for my lore of Data's not coming up. I'm working on it. It should be up. I might just put it up on one of my off days just to have it up, and I may do the second one Saturday. So guys, I do want to apologize about that. It is coming. I haven't done the lore of Data's in a little while, and I'm disappointed with myself about it, but please remain patient for it. It's coming sooner than later. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Dragon Age Inquisition. Later, Wolfpack, and happy Easter.